Hey Brits, well, I want to show you a Mark 10 Trooper I just finished up. For the past couple weeks I've been kind of down. I haven't had any titanium in the shop, and so because of that you haven't been seeing a whole lot from me. This is actually a request from a guy who wanted a knife to basically match his alma mater's colors. He's a Texas A&M grad and would like something in white and maroon, so of course I obliged. This is in white stonewashed Cerakote with red G10 for the scales. Now, one thing I will say is I'm changing out the backspacer and pocket clip for actually white G10 tomorrow morning. We had not discussed the color on it, and so I actually went with black. And he was like, well, I'd really like to have white on there, so decided to go ahead and swap that out for him. That's no problem. All my parts there are interchangeable, which is kind of nice, so it's a pretty easy job to do. Wasn't really a custom order, it was more just a request, and of course he wanted it once he saw that I made it exactly to his specs that he was looking for. Anyway, so this is a Tonto blade, and it is in CPM S35 VN. I did a polished edge on it, as you can tell. Hand ground by yours truly. Got down to, I think it was something like, this is a ridiculously thin edge behind the, thin grind behind the edge. I think it's something like 7 thousandths or something like that. It might be even less. I did crown the spine on it. Action is like super smooth on this knife. It's great. I did do the bearing or the chamfer cuts on the trigger there to make it a little more comfortable. And of course it's all the typical Mark 10 stuff, so the tapered double bolster frames on it. A lot of people are always asking me, like, what's the difference between the Mark 6 and the Mark 10? Well, Mark 6 and the Mark 10 share some common DNA, but really the Mark 10 is basically the double bolster version. It has an extended tang back here, which is essentially for strike purposes. It's for impacts and stuff like that. But beyond that, they're both bolster locks. The 6 is discontinued because, frankly, the Mark 10 is a better design. But typically speaking, that's really the big difference. Slightly different way it's constructed. A lot of similar DNA in terms of the way that the action's all set up. The blades are not interchangeable, but of course, it's a slightly different silhouette overall. Now, this is more, my style that I've kind of gone into. It's a little bit more angular, geometricized sort of thing. Just thought I'd give you a quick look at this one here before I sent it out. If you're interested in having a Mark 10 or a Mark 8 made, which are my current offerings right now, feel free to drop me a line, support@willmooncustomknives.com. I'm not really taking custom orders per se, and a lot of people think that this is like an arrogant way of doing things. Believe me, it has nothing to do with arrogance. I would love to do custom orders if I was just organized enough. I'm just like, I'm your quintessential artsy-fartsy type, and so because of that I have a really hard time meeting deadlines and stuff like that. And also when I do custom orders, it's just inevitably something goes wrong and I have to improvise and people get mad and all this stuff. So I found it's just so much easier on customers, myself, if I just do basically requests. And so I really like requests because it basically tells me that somebody's interested in that particular knife, and I can make it, and I know there's a market for it, and they don't have to pay money up front. They don't have to worry about waiting for it if something comes up and they don't want the knife or they can't afford the knife or something like that. And, hey, no skin in the game, and that way we don't have to worry about me meeting deadlines and stuff like that. And that's really what it's all about. But I am more than happy to take requests, and like I said, if you have something particular you're looking for, support@willmooncustomknives.com, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. So there's a Mark 10 Trooper in Stormtrooper white, and I think it came out pretty good. Thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.